What if men were told that the secret to regaining a firm, powerful, and lasting erection isn't found in pills, vacuum pumps, or injections? And what if, instead of all that, the answer lay in a group of muscles lying at the core of their being, waiting to be activated to restore the control and vitality of their youth? And what if she told them that the shame and frustration they feel are symptoms of a battle they have been fighting without the right weapons? Dr. Emily Carter is the speaker, and she has helped thousands of men from their 50s to their 80s and beyond rediscover what it means to have a rock-solid erection. She isn't talking about fleeting or chemically induced erections that come with a list of side effects. She is talking about erections that return, that feel powerful, firm, and that bring back that feeling of being unbreakable that men thought was gone forever. And today, she is here to share something that most doctors, in their rush to write a prescription, will never tell men. While the world tells men to simply accept erectile dysfunction as an inevitable part of aging, she has seen firsthand that it doesn't have to be that way. There is a 3-step protocol, simple, natural, and completely free, that has transformed the sex lives of her patients. This isn't about tricks or placebos. It's about a combination of physical exercises and breathing techniques that maximize blood flow, endurance, and most importantly, confidence. No equipment is needed, no gym is needed, and no one has to know they are doing it. But the results, she can assure everyone, are unmistakable. Now she knows what men might be thinking. Kegel exercises, aren't those for women? That is an assumption as common as it is wrong, and that is precisely why most men never discover the hidden power of this protocol. And it is precisely why the men's health industry is flooded with quick, costly solutions that attack the problem from the outside instead of strengthening it from the inside. But the truth is that the pelvic floor, the network of muscles that anchor and control urine flow and erectile function, is just as vital for men as it is for women. And by learning to activate and strengthen it, men can regain their body's natural ability to achieve and maintain a rock-solid erection. So viewers should stay tuned. In the next few minutes, she is going to guide them through the 3-step protocol that has restored vitality to her patients. And the 3rd step, a simple breathing technique, might be the most surprising of all, the one that unites the body and mind to create unbreakable strength. If viewers are new here and find this information useful, Dr. Carter invites them to subscribe and activate the notification bell so they don't miss any videos designed to help them reclaim their vitality. And if they resonate with what she is saying, they should type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. She is always listening, and their comments help her make these videos better for them. Let's start with the first exercise. It's about reconnecting with the body and rediscovering the muscles that are the foundation of potency. It's a simple exercise, and Dr. Carter calls it the muscle identifier. Habit number 1, the muscle identifier. Most men come to her office with the same problem. Doctor, my erections are soft. My performance isn't what it used to be. I feel like I'm not the same man. And the first thing she asks them is if they have ever noticed that the dripping after urinating doesn't quite stop, or that they sometimes feel the urge to go to the bathroom, but their bladder is almost empty. Those are classic signs of a weak pelvic floor, the same muscle group responsible for the firmness and duration of an erection. She has had patients like David, a 63-year-old man who sat in her office with slumped shoulders and a look of defeat on his face. "I've tried everything, doctor," he told her. "Supplements, pills, you name it. I feel like I'm giving up. My wife is so understanding, but I know I'm disappointing her." She asked him to do a simple mental exercise the next time he went to urinate, to try to stop the flow midway. Not abruptly, just a gentle squeeze and release. At first, he laughed in disbelief. "I can't do it," he said. "It feels like I have no control over it." But she told him to try again, to concentrate, to think about it as if he were closing an invisible faucet. And suddenly his face lit up with a mix of surprise and curiosity. "Oh, wait," he said. "I feel something, like a contraction. It's weird." That is the aha moment. That is the moment they realize they do have control. The muscle they feel is their pubococcygeus or PC muscle, the main muscle of the pelvic floor. And once it's identified, once men know where it is, they can begin to work on it. The science behind this is simple and powerful. When this muscle is strong, it acts like a containment ring around the base of the penis, helping to trap the blood that flows into it during an erection. Without this containment ring, blood can escape, resulting in erections that aren't as firm or don't last as long as desired. A study published in the British Journal of Urology found that men who practiced Kegel exercises had a significant increase in the rigidity of their erections compared to those who did not. For David, this simple exercise was the first step on a long and successful journey of recovery. And once he reconnected with his pelvic floor, he felt empowered. He realized he wasn't helpless, that there was a way back, and that path began with a simple contraction. What Dr. Carter likes most about this exercise is how easy it is. No gym is needed, no equipment is needed. Men just need to go to the bathroom and pay attention to their body. And once they have mastered the art of finding their PC muscle, they are ready to move on to the next level, the pelvic floor weight lift. Habit number 2, the pelvic floor weight lift. Once her patients have mastered the art of identifying their PC muscle, she teaches them the second step of the protocol. It involves strengthening that muscle just as one would strengthen any other muscle in the body, but with a very specific technique. And this is where most men give up or get confused. They think they have to do 1,000 repetitions a day, but that's not the case. The secret is quality over quantity. Men should think of it as if they were lifting a weight with their pelvic floor, slowly, deliberately, and consciously. The story of Mark, a 58-year-old man, is a perfect testament to this. Mark was a successful engineer accustomed to solving complex problems with his mind, but his body was letting him down. He was an athletic man and came to Dr. Carter seeking a solution for what he called erection fatigue. He exercised regularly, lifted weights, but would run out of energy at the most important moment. She told him, "Mark, your problem isn't in your biceps or your legs. It's in a muscle you've never trained." At first, he laughed. But if I'm an athlete, shouldn't my pelvic floor be strong by default? The answer is no. Unlike the abdominal muscles or biceps, the pelvic floor isn't trained with normal physical activity. It requires specific and conscious work. She taught Mark a simple exercise: squeeze the PC muscle for 5 seconds, hold the contraction, and then slowly release it for another 5 seconds until completely relaxed. She asked him to repeat this 10 times, 3 times a day. That's it. It's an isometric exercise, meaning the contraction is held rather than just quickly squeezing and releasing. This sustained contraction is what truly strengthens the muscle, improving its ability to compress the veins that drain blood from the penis. And the stronger it becomes, the longer and firmer the erection can be maintained. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men who performed this type of isometric Kegel exercise for 6 months showed a 60% improvement in erectile function. And the best part? Mark did it in the car, in the office, while waiting for coffee. No one noticed. And yet, in just 1 month, he returned to her office with a smile that reached from ear to ear. "Doctor," he told her, "I don't know what kind of magic this is, but it works. It's as if the switch has been turned back on. I don't worry anymore. I know my body is going to respond." The confidence he regained was as impactful as the physical improvement. He stopped doubting himself. He stopped fearing intimacy. He felt like a man again. The beauty of this exercise is that it is an investment in oneself, in one's own body. There are no tricks, no shortcuts, just the power of consistency. And once men master this internal weightlifting, they will be ready for the third and final step, the secret to maximizing power and endurance that no one expects. Habit number 3, power breathing. This is the step that ties it all together. Most men don't realize that breathing is the key to maximizing blood flow, reducing anxiety, and achieving the control they crave in bed. She has had patients like Tom, a 71-year-old man who was the stereotype of the anxious man in bed. "The moment I get nervous, it's over," he confessed to her. "My heart races, my mind races, and my body shuts down." She told Tom that his problem wasn't blood flow, it was panic. Anxiety triggers the fight or flight response in the body. It releases cortisol, constricts blood vessels, and tells the body it's not a good time for sex. Shallow, rapid breathing is a symptom of that anxiety and also feeds it, creating a vicious cycle of fear and failure. She taught Tom a very simple breathing technique. She asked him to lie down or sit comfortably and place one hand on his abdomen. She told him to take a deep breath in through his nose, feeling the abdomen expand like a balloon, not the chest. She asked him to hold that breath for 4 seconds. Then she asked him to exhale slowly through his mouth, as if blowing through a straw, for 6 seconds. She told him to repeat this 10 times twice a day. This diaphragmatic breathing, or belly breathing, does three incredibly powerful things. First, it calms the nervous system. It tells the body it is safe, that there is no imminent danger, which reduces cortisol production and opens the blood vessels. Second, it maximizes blood oxygenation, which is vital for optimal erectile performance. And third, it creates a connection between the mind and body, allowing focus on the moment and not on anxiety. Tom practiced this technique for several weeks, and when he returned, he told her something that was impactful. "Doctor," he said, "it's not just that my erections are stronger, it's that I'm not afraid anymore. I feel calm. I don't give up in my head before I even start." Power breathing is the anchor that links the physical work of Kegels with the mental fortitude of confidence. It is the difference between an erection that happens by accident and one controlled at will. And the beauty of this third habit is that it can be applied at any time, before sex, during sex, or simply when feeling stressed. It returns control, serenity, and the certainty that the body can do what is asked of it. What Dr. Carter wants men to remember is that sexual vitality is not something lost with age. It is something that, in many cases, is simply neglected or ignored. And if viewers have made it this far, she congratulates them on their willingness to fight for their health, their confidence, and their well-being. This three-step protocol, from identifying the PC muscle to strengthening it and anchoring with breathing, is not a quick fix. It is a real solution, and it is one that gives the power back to them. Men do not have to give up. They do not have to settle. They can have a rock-solid erection at any age. And if they are ready to take the first step, Dr. Carter encourages them to start right now. There is nothing to lose and everything to gain. And for those looking for a more detailed guide, a step-by-step protocol she has designed with her patients, a link can be found in the description and the top comment below. It is time for them to feel like themselves again. It is time to take back control. Are they ready to take the first step?